There's our doggy. How are you doing? I'm just jumping on here and showing the backyard because it has something to do with what I want to say today. There's some trees back there. Unfortunately, a lot of the leaves are gone. That's Ivy. She's our golden retriever. So 2 nights ago, I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, wide awake, and the time had changed. We had changed our clocks a couple nights before, and sometimes I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and so I think my body was waking up at 4:30 in the morning, and it was 3:30, and I had gone to bed super early. So I laid there a few minutes, and then I just got up. Okay, so I sat at my desk at the wee hours of the morning, and I was journaling and spending some time with the Lord, and I back up to this. And around 5:30 in the morning, I love seeing her out back. Around 5:30 in the morning, all of a sudden, and it's dark, I hear a very horrible sound. It was just loud and big and different. And it made me wonder what is happening right now. And what I was hearing was a tree. It sounded like a tree uprooting and coming crashing down. And I actually ran upstairs to make sure my daughter was okay because I couldn't get my bearings. So somewhere back there, I think back farther in there, a tree came down, but it sounded so loud, and it woke my daughter up. Her window was open, but I heard it, since I was awake, I heard it, the whole thing happening, and I couldn't see because it was dark. I was expecting to, when the sun came up, to seeing the tree across the yard here. So it must not have been as big as what it could have been, but it was quite the sound. It was a very unsettling noise. And things like that sometimes come back to my mind. So today I have a day off, and this is usually a day when I have a day off, I have a little downtime to rest. And I am going through something that's been pretty trying and wearisome. And look at this dog. She is living her best life out in the leaves. Good girl. I was just thinking of that tree being uprooted and falling down, and what happened to the roots that it finally came crashing down. And it really came to my mind because I was just thinking just a few minutes ago of how much I am tired and need to rest and need to nourish myself and take care of myself, and nobody else can do that for me. I have to take the responsibility to do that. It doesn't mean I abandon all my responsibilities, but it means that I think about how I spend any time and free time. But it just made me think about, what's our root system? And if our roots are not taken care of, we're gonna come crashing down. And it's a little different with, I guess I don't know what was wrong with that tree, but it's still worth thinking about how we take care of ourselves and how we're nourishing ourselves and what's our root system. And I'm so thankful for the Lord being my ultimate root system, and also other people in my life that are there, whether it be friends or family or people that God has just put there to speak to me and to my life in different ways. But there's ways to physically take care of ourselves. Like this morning I went to the gym. That's something I've recommitted myself to doing, because I had gotten off of track with exercise, and it really does feel good to work those muscles. And that I'm going to be so stiff tomorrow and the next day. But so taking care of our bodies, and I didn't eat the best today, and I feel it. Not that I ate junk, but I had a good breakfast, and then I didn't really eat lunch, so I'm kind of off track with my eating a little bit, but I'll get there. And even like, it's so beautiful out, I wanted to I thought, do I want to, drive to the lake today now? The sun's going to be down in like an hour and a half. It's so early. But then I thought, well, I have things around the house that I want to do that are also going to nourish me if they're done. And that's kind of when that tree came to my mind. So I guess I just want to put it out to you. Are you nourishing your root system? We have to have a root system to keep us strong. And we are human beings, and sometimes we go through seasons that wear us out, mentally, physically, spiritually, and we need to rejuvenate and renew and take an assessment of what that looks like and what we need. And rest is an important part of that. I would say the relationship with the Lord and spending time talking to Him and in prayer and reading the Bible. I like to write in the journal. But these things are kind of the basis. And then spending time with different people, resting. I took a little nap today, eating well, drinking well, getting some sunshine, petting the furry friends. She really is, therapy sometimes. getting some fresh air. These are all really important things, but you know, there comes a point where I can tell, like, I need to really nourish myself. I'm feeling it. Like you can feel it. You have to take an assessment of where you're at, and just think of your root system, and you don't want to come crashing down like a tree. It's not a pretty sound, and I can't even find it. I went back there, I can't even find it, so I don't know. I really don't know. I saw some smaller trees that fell down, but it sounded so big. Anyway, it was scary. But yeah, we're just human beings, and we reach the end of ourselves, and the Bible says in Isaiah 40:29 and 31 that God gives power to the weak, those who've lost their strength, and that those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They will mount up with wings as eagles. They will fly high. They will walk and not faint, and run and not get weary. I'm paraphrasing. I probably have it a little mixed up, but I've certainly read that verse my whole life, so it's imprinted there in my mind, and it might be one of the reasons I love to see eagles soar. They're quite strong, and they're quite fascinating to me, and that could be a whole nother talk. But it's not saying do more and you'll renew your strength, or be more. It says, but those, like it says in the verses leading up to that even young men get tired and worn out. And then it goes on to say, but those who wait on the Lord. And I just talked about this in my last video, I believe, about waiting on the Lord. And that also can mean resting in the Lord, waiting in faith, different places in the Bible. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. So, if you are feeling tired and worn out, and like you just need nourishment, like I'm feeling, and you don't want to fall down like that tree, here's my call to you to start with the Lord, invite Him into it. I'm watching the little birdies, and nourish your soul with Him, and rest in Him, and take a nap, and sit down with a book and some tea, and take some break from scrolling on the phone, and just enjoy this simple moment. All right. Well, thank you for listening, and I will talk to you another time. Bye.